Well, hello there, friends. I'm coming to you from my studio space, and I recently went to Michael's for Mother's Day, and I got myself some things. Yes, I got myself more things than I thought I was going to get, and I just thought I would share it with you because, why not, right? So, I did go there to stock up on some things. You know, things that I've already used, and I'll start with that. Artist Loft brand bullet journal. Highly recommend this because it has the perfect kind of pages for it. The pages are thick enough that they don't bleed through, and the spacing between the dots, I don't know if you can see the dots, is perfect. It's not too small, it's not too big, it's just right. Now it sounds like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, right? Okay, so that I got. I use a bullet journal on a daily basis, for those who may not know, or if you're new to my channel, welcome. Yeah, I use it every day. And this particular brand, I've tried other brands that I didn't like as much. And so every time I go to Michael's, I get one of those because it's just good to have it on hand for sure. I would never want to not have bullet journals in stock in my space because when I need it, I want to have it. Yeah. And it usually lasts me either 3 or 4 months. I'm not quite sure how long it usually lasts me for. Usually 3 or 4 months based on how many pages there are, kind of thing. So I got that. And then I've got some pencils here. I've got 6 and 8B pencil by Staedtler. I think that's how you pronounce that. These are the pencils that I have been using for my sketching practice that I have been doing on a daily basis when I sit to watch my show. Yes. During commercials, I sketch, and sometimes I sketch when I'm watching the show too. I kind of get carried away. I get in the zone, you know? So I stocked up on these so that I would have plenty. And then I have some colors that I chose for Prismacolor pencils that I use regularly. And then I have silver and gold from Faber-Castell, which I don't usually use, but when I saw the silver and gold, I just decided to grab them because I like using silver and gold in my illustrating work that I do in the evenings in my journal. Love drawing what I wear. Yes, very fun. And I also grabbed a Prismacolor 30% warm gray because I have a gray from another set of pencils that once I run out, this might be a good replacement if it's not easy to find a replacement, you know, because it's Caran d'Ache brand watercolor pencils that I use. And I wanted to make sure that I had the right color gray. So I would just add that. Okay, so those are the pencils that I got. Oh, and then I also got these, which was kind of an impulse buy. They're Staedtler metallic colored pencils. Add a little shimmer shine to my fashion illustration that I do in the evenings. More like a sketch, but you know, that kind of stuff. So I decided to get this pack. Now, some of the colors in here I probably won't use as much, like the pinks and the purples. I don't generally wear pink and purple, but when I do, I can always use this to kind of shimmer it up. But it does have some colors in here that I use on a regular basis, like in the greens and in the golds. And so I decided to get this because, I don't know, it might just jazz up some of the things that I draw. And I think that would be a fun addition. So I decided to grab those. I also got myself, this is Strathmore brand, which is the brand that I go to every time because they never disappoint. And I have been seeing some illustrations that people have been posting in some sketchbook kind of groups that I'm a member in, several on Facebook. And I have been seeing people drawing on toned paper. And of course, I've never tried toned paper before. And I love the way it looks. I love the whites and the darks on that toned paper. And it's great. It's a great color for doing faces. And I love sketching faces. That's what I've been doing. So I've always been a face person. I drew faces when I was a young artist and did full color, full scale portraits, like big ones, for many years when I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm in my 50s now, so that was a long time ago. So I'm getting back to the faces, and I'm having a blast. Right now I'm just working with the 6 and 8B pencil. But I have some lighter colored pencils in my pencil sets that I use, colored pencil sets that I use. And I was thinking, well, it would be interesting to be able to use those lighter hued colors like whites and really, you know, those light hues that you can't see on white. Very hard to see on white. So I figured, why not try tan paper? Toned paper in tan. So yeah. So we'll see where that goes. Don't know if I'll get onto it right away, but I may watch some tutorials and see how other people are doing it because it's a new avenue for me. But I'm all about experimentation and trying new things, and who knows what might result from trying that out. I also got myself a heart stamp. Actually, it's not a stamp. It's a punch. Yeah. I have several punches. I have a circle, a leaf, and a flower, but I've never had the heart. And I would love to be able to punch hearts out, you know, from varying, you know, supply, whether it's, I don't think I would do cardboard. I think that would be too thick for this, but cardstock, just plain white paper, or, you know, whatever I have in my stash at the moment. And use hearts in my collage work, in my art journal. So I decided to grab this, and I don't have it in hand because it's in my bedroom, but I bought myself a Prismacolor pencil sharpener. And the reason why I decided to do that is because I have a Prismacolor set of pencils that I use all the time, and the leads have a tendency to break. And from what I understand, they have this pencil sharpener specifically meant for that pencil, and that there's less breakage when you use it. So I figured, well, it might be worth getting one of these in order to save the leads. And we'll see what happens. I'll see whether or not it actually makes a difference when I sharpen the pencil, if the leads hold better. So that's my hope, that it will. And then let's see, I also have this one here. I got another brand black ink pad. I had gotten one from, I forget, I think it might have been Recollections brand, but when I use it, it almost looks like green instead of black. So I decided to go with the Ranger brand and see if that comes out any darker, because I love using black in my art journal spreads. And I want to be able to stamp letters and, you know, and other stamp images with black without it looking green. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not promoting any specific brand. I haven't tried this yet, so I have no idea whether or not it's going to do what I want it to. So, and then the last item to show you is a new set of Alpha Blocks stamps. And the reason why I got these is because I had a large set of Alpha stamps in a different kind of font from this, and a couple of the blocks went missing. Might have been a grandson borrowing them. But anyway, so when I saw these, I'm like, well, they have a nice clean font, no fancy, you know, whatever you call it, when there's like little things on the top and on the sides and that kind of stuff. I just want a clean looking Alpha, and I just thought the size was really perfect. You know, it's big enough, but not too big. Yeah. So I decided to get these to replace the ones that I had to take out, that I decluttered. So this is going to work well for me, because I sometimes like to stamp out messages with Alpha stamps. And of course, the ink pad will come in handy for that, for sure. So that is my art haul for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to me. Yes, that was yesterday. Wishing a happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there, even though this is post Mother's Day. You get the point, right? So thank you so much for joining me in my art studio space. And I trust that this will give you some creative impetus for your own creativity in whatever form you choose to use it in. It doesn't have to be art. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I was going to share with you. And I really appreciate the fact that you're showing interest in what I'm doing in my studio space. And I trust that this will be an inspiration for you. So you have yourself a delightful day. And remember to play.